All right, let's talk landscaping. All right, I'm going to take you on a tour of the exterior of my home, and I want to show you everything that I did since I purchased this home over a year ago. I did the interior, and I also just had the landscaping done, and I put gutters on. So I want you to see what I did and the process and how much everything cost. So we're going to start off with the landscaping. I had a general idea of what I wanted, and I called 3 landscapers. I called one gentleman who was supposed to come out, and then something happened with his son, and I never heard from him. Then I called another company, and the guy came out, but I never heard from him again. And then I called Village Palms. Well, actually, they were probably my first phone call. And immediately I got a phone call from Scotty Rains, who was absolutely amazing to work with. Scotty listened to everything I had to say, and he delivered everything that I asked for. I could not be happier with the final product and service that I received from Village Palms. I am not sponsored by them. I paid for the landscaping. I didn't ask for anything in return for this video. This is just my experience, and I want to share that with you because I think they did an amazing job, and there's certain details that they took care of that I was very impressed with that is going to keep the integrity of what they did for years to come. So let's take a tour of all my landscaping and let me know, and the exterior, and let me know what you think. All right, let's get to it. Hey there, everyone. I'm here with Scotty Rains of Village Palms.
We're on video.
Yes,
My goodness.
He's with Village Palms. He's a landscaper that I hired to do all the work. We're going into an ARC meeting to get the plans approved, and fingers crossed. I know he did.
Fingers crossed.
It'll be good.
There you go.
All right. Stay tuned. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Nice.
All right. So I just finished my ARC meeting. So again, when you are having any work done to the exterior of your home, you have to have a plan, and you have to submit it to architectural review, and they will approve it, disapprove it, ask questions. So in this, the meeting started at 1 and it's 1:45. So we're in there 45 minutes. There were probably about 30 people in here. This was from District 11 to 15. And they looked over my contractor's drawing, and he did have a couple questions which were answered, and the plan was approved. So super excited. Next step now I have to find out when exactly they can start to do the work, because there are some items that I have to buy, and I'm going to take you shopping with me. I have to buy a water feature, I have to buy some lighting, and I'm going to get new sconces and a light for my light post, and I have to get a flagpole because I'm going to put up the American flag. Yeah, I'm really excited. The driveway is going to look beautiful because this whole landscaping design, I guess I'll just show you some pictures right here, but it's all of the exterior and some in the back to privatize my bedroom windows. And also we're doing digging up the driveway and putting pavers. So pavers on the driveway, pavers on the sidewalk, and then pavers on my lanai, because I have patio villa, so screened in lanai. They'll use a thinner paver and the lanai, but they have to dig up the driveway and the sidewalk, like digging up that concrete. So this should be fun. I can't wait to see and have you travel this journey with me. So thanks. And I got to go back to selling real estate. All right, here we go. This is the morning that they're going to start work on my landscaping. So first, I'm having pavers in the driveway, so they're going to dig that up, the sidewalk. All of this is going to be replaced. I have a lot of hardscaping. It's going to be really pretty, sweet, clean lines. More of a kind of, I don't want to say Asian, but it's going to have all squared off kind of look. All of this is going to be gone. Some grass replaced. It's going to be so pretty, and I can't wait to show you the final product. And then we'll take an entire tour of all the renovations I've made with this home since I've purchased it. Here, I'm going to show you. Once I had to clean out my lanai, so everything is in the garage right now, but all this Concrete's coming up. This will all be replaced. I have a water feature and some plants going in there. All of this will be gone. Pavers, redesign some pots. I'm going to put a flag, and they're going to put pavers here in the lanai. And what happens is they don't have to dig that up because the pavers are thinner, but because of the drive and the sidewalk, they actually have to jackhammer this concrete up. So it's going to be a mess for a little while. And in the back, here, I'll show you. I have to put these together. So in the back behind my bedroom windows, I bought these privacy screens. We're going to use it as a trellis, basically, for some beautiful bougainvillea. All right, so I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's going to probably be at least a week of construction. Okay, you can see here now that they have the sidewalk and the driveway all dug up. And actually, they did this a little bit by machine, but mostly by hand, which I was pretty impressed with. This took them basically the first day, dropping off all of the pavers there. They started to pull up some of this old landscaping. Most of the trees on the side here I actually kept because they were really healthy and really good shape. You can see here how much they've got up. That was a serious job, let me tell you. And they hauled it all away. And that's the front. Okay, so now the driveway is pretty much done with pavers. I'm going to skip over some of the parts just so it doesn't take forever. And they're starting to do the hardscaping. They've moved my century plant that I planted that a couple years ago. And they're starting to lay all the square lines out. And you can see what I notice, and I'll try to show you in a little bit. Here are all the plants that are going to go in. They dug all that up. That's where the water feature is going to go. But on the driveway, the attention to detail, they poured concrete along the edges of the entire drive. So it'll keep the integrity of the pavers. And I was really happy with that. You can see they've done it here as well. Right along the edges. And now we're going to go around the back. While they were doing this, then I have them edge this out and put stone on the side. Those trees were fine. And now this is the back. This is where the privacy screens will go with the bougainvillea in front of my bedroom windows. And when I had gutters put on the home too, I'll show you that in a little bit. All right, we're going to check on the progress now. This is Saturday, and in a week's time, they got the driveway done, and there's going to be 4 levels of the boxes. They're going to cover that up with sod. That was where the tree was. I called it the burning bush. It was ugly. And the landscaping I wasn't really happy with it, but this is going to be very soothing. Landscape lights. Put the barriers down. Stone. That's a holly tree. And I think I may have said this before, but I'll reiterate. I told Village Palms that I wanted plants that were easy to take care of because I am the opposite of green thumb. All right, so we're just gonna, I think we're gonna replant that somewhere. This is the sidewalk. Now that's a water feature. And so I have a Ring camera and there's a transformer there. You can see that. That's for all of the landscape lights. And this water feature here that I picked, actually, it's low voltage and I have to have an electrician come in and feed off of that. They need to put another outlet there, but it doesn't need to be on its own circuit. That I found out the other day. So that was good. And these little plantings that will go in, that's that thick barrier. And they're going to use this black, it's called Mexican beach stone. The lanai is finished. And they put the plants in the ground. I gave them a little bit of drink of water earlier. And see more landscaping lights. In the front big box, because purple's my color, I'm going with some lavender. And then they added the stone here. There was mulch there, and I hadn't talked about that in the original plan, but it looked pretty mangy. So I had them add stone back there, and the boxes are in the back. I'm having the privacy screens, and I'll show you those when we install them. The bougainvillea vine will be hooked up to that in the back, and that's on my in front of my bedroom windows. And these were here, so I didn't have to do anything with the bushes here. They were in good shape. They're hardy, flourishing. All right, so this is 1 week, and we'll check in. I'm thinking they're going to be done Monday, Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday, the absolute latest with everything, and then we'll have a final landscaping reveal. Okay, so here we are in the evening with all the landscaping lights lit. It looks so beautiful when you pull up to my driveway. I'm so thrilled with everything. So just to recap while we're going through this, the original landscaping project, just the hardscaping with the plants that they put in and the landscaping lights, was $17,000. But while we were going through the designs, I thought my driveway and sidewalk would look really poor when we were finished. So that's when we ended up adding the pavers. And those are the sconces that I purchased on Amazon. And I had my handyman come and paint the box there and paint the light pole so it looked nice, new, and fresh, and put a new lamppost on there. But the pavers, so digging up the driveway and redesigning the pavers, which was a smart move because my old concrete was curved, and now you can see this house is squared off lines. The pavers and the additional the pavers were $11,000 with the labor to do everything, and then adding the. And this is the day view. When I added the stonework in the back and the additional plants that I purchased, all total, this project was $34,000. And, and that it was, I put gutters on. I had Stipes do gutters as well. That was $800. But, this is an investment into this property, and I live in this patio villa. Why? I'm trying to make it an oasis for myself, but you can really turn these little homes into something spectacular. I know I've said this before, they kind of treat it like it's the bastard child, but you can really make a patio villa fantastic. It doesn't have to be bare and sparse. You can really make it homey and comfortable. If it's your snowbird home or it's your primary home. Now, you're not going to probably want to go through this expense if this is a rental property. But since this is my home and I'm comfortable in it, I wanted to make it pretty sweet. You can see those red plants, whatever they are, I forget. I don't know. I have an app. It keeps telling me they're overwatered and not enough sun, which is like they get too much sun and probably not enough water. But yeah, see my grill. I moved the grill to the back. I bought a light so I can see what I'm grilling, and that mat on the bottom so it protects the pavers. But this is a section that I added. That would think it was an extra $3 within that $34,000. But it just, everything is really just finished off. And now we're going to go around the back. That's where I had those privacy screens put in with the bougainvillea. And they're in front of each one of my bedroom windows. And this was all ARC approved. I think it's pretty sweet. I hope you do too. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tour of the exterior of my home, the new landscaping project, and maybe it gave you some ideas on what you can do with your home. If you have any questions, I'm always available for a conversation. You can email me, text me, or call me. I'm Robyn Cavallaro. I'm a realtor here in Florida. And I am actually going to have a tour soon of my patio villa so you can see everything that I've done and how you can maybe take your patio villa or smaller home and make it into your palace. Again, thank you for joining me on this episode, and I will see you next time.